In the beginning, humanity was created with a singular divine purpose: to serve the Creator. Everything in our world exists with intention, from the smallest grain of sand to the vast expanse of the stars. The universe is a masterpiece of design, each element intricately placed, each creation holding a purpose within the grand tapestry of existence. Nothing is without reason. Nothing is accidental. Among all creation, the most important, the one most like the Creator, is us, humans. We were made in the image of God, not just in form, but in purpose, and that purpose is to serve and glorify Him. This truth is foundational to our existence, yet many struggle to understand what it truly means to serve the Creator. To serve does not mean mere obedience. It means alignment with the divine will, a way of life that reflects the very character of God Himself. The purpose of creation. Consider everything we, as humans, create. From the simplest tool to the most complex machine, each thing we make has a purpose. A car for transportation, a bed for rest, a chair for sitting. Imagine building something with great care, pouring effort and attention into its design, only for it to refuse to function. A car that will not move, a chair that collapses under weight. These objects fail their purpose and are eventually discarded. Yet, think of a father who builds a wooden toy for his child. The toy, though small, holds value because of the love and effort poured into its creation. Even if it breaks, the father does not immediately discard it. He repairs it, gluing the pieces back together, carefully ensuring it can still bring joy to his child. This is how God sees us. We are not mere objects to be tossed aside when we falter. We are His beloved creation, formed with love. And even when we fail, He does not abandon us. Instead, He restores us, shaping us once again to fulfill the purpose He intended. Imagine a potter at work, shaping a vessel from clay. If the clay resists, if it is misshapen, does the potter throw it away? No. He reshapes it, works with it, and molds it into something new, something even more beautiful than before. So it is with us in the hands of God. Though we may resist, though we may be imperfect, He continues to mold us, patient and full of grace. The nature of divine mercy. The reality of sin is that it separates us from God. The scriptures say, "The wages of sin is death." And yet God does not desire our destruction, but our redemption. He seeks not to abandon, but to restore. This is the heart of the divine character, relentless mercy. While we, in our finite understanding, may give up on what fails us, God does not give up on His people. Instead, He calls us back, time and time again, offering forgiveness and renewal. Consider the story of a shepherd who tends to a flock of 100 sheep. If one goes missing, He does not simply say, 99 is enough. No, He leaves the 99 and searches for the one that is lost. He traverses rough terrain, braves the cold, and calls out its name until He finds it. When He does not scold it or abandon it in frustration. He lifts it upon His shoulders and carries it home. This is the love of our Creator. Even when we stray, even when we reject our purpose, He does not abandon us. Instead, He rejoices when we return. Think of a mother waiting at the window for her wayward child. Day after day, she watches the road, longing for the moment she will see her beloved son return. She does not grow weary. She does not stop hoping. And when at last she sees him in the distance, she runs to him, embracing him before he can even utter an apology. This is the heart of God, no matter how far we have gone. No matter how lost we feel, He is always waiting, always ready to embrace us once more. This is the beauty of creation, God's creation. We were made not only to serve the Creator, but to experience the richness of His works, the vastness of the heavens, the intricate beauty of nature, the wonder of life itself. We were created to live in harmony with the world, to marvel at its splendor, and to recognize in it the hand of God. Every sunrise is a reminder of His faithfulness. Every breath we take is a gift of His grace. How do we serve the Creator? But how do we serve the Creator? How do we honor Him in a world filled with distractions, temptations, and struggles? The answer is simple yet profound. Love. At the heart of everything God commands, everything He teaches, is love. God is love, and His commandments, His laws, His instructions, they all point back to this one truth. Jesus Himself said, "The first and greatest commandment is this: love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind." When we love God, we naturally seek to obey Him, not out of obligation, but out of devotion. When love is the foundation of our relationship with God, obedience is not burdensome, but joyful. And the second commandment is just as vital. Love your neighbor as yourself. This is the essence of how we are called to live in the world. Love is not merely an emotion. It is action. It is treating others with kindness, compassion, and respect. It is choosing patience when anger is easier, offering forgiveness when resentment is justified, showing generosity even when we feel we have little to give. The challenges of love. But love is not always easy. There are moments when we will struggle, when our hearts will harden, when we will feel distant from both God and others. In these moments, it is crucial to remember that love is not dependent on our feelings. It is a choice, a commitment. Just as God chooses to love us unconditionally, so must we strive to love Him and those around us. History has shown us the power of love in action. Think of those who, despite suffering, chose to show kindness. A man who, though persecuted, forgives his enemies. A mother who sacrifices her comfort for the well-being of her child. A stranger who lends a hand to someone in need without expecting anything in return. These acts of love, though small, ripple outward, creating waves of transformation. The story of the Good Samaritan exemplifies this. A man beaten and left for dead is ignored by those who claim righteousness. But a Samaritan, one considered an outsider, stops, tends to his wounds, and ensures his care. Love is not about status, not about what is easy, but about action. It is about seeing the need and responding with a heart aligned with God's. Living with intention. So let us live with intention. Let us love with purpose. Let us remember that our existence is not random, but divine. We are not merely wandering through life, but moving toward a greater calling, a greater purpose. Each day presents an opportunity to choose kindness over indifference, to offer grace instead of judgment, to extend a hand when it would be easier to walk away. And as we do, we align ourselves with the divine will, fulfilling the very reason we were created. As we walk this journey of life, may we hold fast to the truth that in loving God and loving others, we find the deepest fulfillment, the greatest joy, and the very essence of why we were created. This is the divine purpose of humanity: to love, to serve, and to experience the beauty of God's creation in every moment of our lives. Amen.